Stuck in silver, if you're hard stuck in gold, if you think your aim is good but you're still losing fights, this might hurt a little. Because your aim isn't what's holding you back. Your movement is. You're not getting out-aimed, you're getting out-moved. Today I'm breaking down micro adjustment, when to tap, burst or spray, the real way to counter-strafe, and what deadzoning actually is. The two tempo system Immortal players use, and how to actually train this. By the end of this video, you'll understand something most low-rank players don't. Movement equals aim, aim equals movement. Your sensitivity. I'm not giving you a magic number, but your sense must allow you two things. Clean micro adjustment, comfortable 180 turns. If you can't do both, your sense is wrong. Now here's something most people don't separate. Use your wrist for micro adjustment. Use your arm and forearm for large movement. Large movement like clearing angles, turning 90 to 180, tracking wide swings. Vertical movements, mostly wrist. At first, it feels weird. You'll have to think about it, but once it becomes natural, your aim feels smoother without trying harder. That's control. Long range discipline. 20 meters or more. Tap one bullet, maybe two, for burst. That's it. Small tip. At long range, aim chest level. Let the recoil climb into the head. Stop forcing the flick. Work with the gun. If you're spraying long range, you're panicking. And panic loses rounds. Medium range fights. This is where most duel happens. 2 to 6 bullets, then reset. Move. You don't need 25 bullets to kill one person. If your first 4 are accurate, the duel is over. If they're not, that's not a spray issue, that's a movement issue. Bursting rewards timing. Spraying rewards hope. Spraying isn't bad, but usually only on close range to commit fights and not disengage. That's when you spray. Not on mid-range, not on long range. If you're spraying at 15 meters, you're flipping a coin. And please, stop ego swinging for clips. You don't need a montage, you need RR. Win the fucking duel, bro. Movement equals aim. Here's the truth. You can grind aim trainers all day. If your movement is bad, your aim won't translate in-game. Movement does 3 things. Make you harder to hit, force enemies to whiff, reduce micro connections. We train movements to make aiming easier. If your Crosshair is fighting your own movement, you're playing against yourself. Fix movement, aim gets easier. Let's talk about mirroring and counter-mirroring. Medium range 1v1. Mirroring works. They go left, you go left. They go right, you go right. It disrupts the rhythm. Long range, do not mirror. You become easier to track. Instead, counter-mirror them. Move opposite their direction. Yes, it's harder for you too, but if your timing is cleaner, you win. Counter-strafing and deadzoning. Most people misunderstood the counter-strafing. They think it's just tapping the opposite key. It's not. Counter-strafing is about timing, and if your timing is off, your bullets are not gonna be accurate. It's really happening when you move left with A and then tap D to stop. There's a very small window in that tiny moment. Your first 2 to 6 bullets are perfectly accurate, even though your character is still transitioning between A and D. That small timing window, that's called deadzone, and that's where a good player shoot. If you shoot too early, your bullet spreads, you're still moving. If you shoot too late, you start moving again, and your accuracy is gone. That's why some fights feel random. It's not your aim, it's your timing. Let's talk about strafes. Don't just do one pattern every fight. Mix it up. Short strafes, longer strafes, AD rhythm, but don't spam it. If your strafe's too long, you miss the accuracy window. If you spam too fast, your recoil doesn't reset. You need control. Think. Move, stop, shoot, reset. That's it. Imagine this. Strafe left, tap right. Shoot 3 bullets, stop, reset, then repeat. No spray, no panic. Just controlled burst in the dead zone. Most duels aren't about better aim, they're about who becomes accurate first. If you master dead zone timing, you shoot accurate bullets before your enemy does. That's the advantage. That's why high rank fights look clean. It's not luck, it's movement timing. Duel fundamentals. Movement equals aim, aim equals movement. If you whiff, dead zone give you advantage because you make enemy whiff too, you create time reset, you line up Crosshair again. This is how high elo players recover mid-fight. Peeking. Always peek with intention. Ask yourself, am I peeking for info? Am I peeking to kill? Am I engaging a duel? Never peek without purpose. There's always peeker's advantage. Learn how to use it. The T rule. Identify contact angle. Know where the enemy is likely positioned. Use sound cues. Isolate fights. Never wide swing into two enemies. Only wide swing if you're 100% sure it's 1v1. Type of peeks. Jump peek. Used for info gathering. Must use when unsure enemy position. In Valorant, not all peeks are the same. If you use the wrong peek at the wrong time, you lose the duel before it even starts. So let's break down the main types of peek and when to use them. Jump peek. Jump peeks are for information, not for kills. Use this when you're unsure where the enemy is. For example, before you wide swing for a kill, you jump across the angle quickly, just to see if someone is holding. You're not shooting, you're not committing, you're gathering info. If you see an operator, now you know. Then you adjust your next move. Jump peek first, fight second. Jiggle peek. Jiggle peeking is small quick left-right movement. You can use it when you're holding an angle. You don't hear footstep. The enemy might have an operator. The goal? Bait the operator shot. You jiggle, they shoot. Now, they have to chamber the next bullet. That's your timing to swing and fight. But listen carefully. Do not jiggle behind paper-thin walls. If the wall can be wall-banged, you will get punished. Jiggle peek safely. Wide peek. Wide peeking means committing fully. Full movement speed. Big swing. You're confident it's one enemy. You want to surprise them. You want to appear fast on their screen. When you wide peek correctly, you are harder to track. But if there are multiple enemies, you're dead. Wide peeks are more powerful, but only when used at the right time. Shoulder peeking is for info only. Quick strafe out. Shows a little of your body, strafe back instantly, you're trying to bait a shot. You are not committing to the fight. If they shoot, now you know they're here. That's it. Info only. Crouch peek. Crouch peeking is a mix-up tool. Use it sometimes, not every fight. Most players aim at head height. If you crouch at the right moment, you can throw off their crosshair placement. But if you crouch every time, you become predictable. Every peek has a purpose. If you peek without thinking, you're gambling. If you choose the right peek for the situation, you can control the duel. And controlling the duel is how you climb. Slicing the pie. In Valorant, you should never swing and expose yourself to 5 angles at once. Clear one angle at a time. This is called slicing the pie. Imagine the corner like a pizza. You don't eat the whole thing at once. You clear it slice by slice. Move slowly. Expose only one angle. Clear it. Then move to the next. If you swing too wide and show yourself to multiple angles, you're gambling. And gambling loses rounds. Crosshair placement. Good aim is mostly crosshair placement. Your crosshair should always be on common angles, at head level. Pre-aim before you swing. Before you peek, imagine, if I was the enemy, where would I stand? Then place your crosshair there before you even see them, especially on attack. You should never get surprised by someone holding a normal angle. If you are surprised, your crosshair wasn't ready. Utility usage. Utility is not just for damage. Use utility to gather info. Clear angles safely, isolate fights, force 1v1s. If you can use utility before peeking, use it. Don't dry peek unnecessarily. If you have a flash, drone, smoke, stun, or molly, why are you swinging blind? Make the fight easier for yourself. Smart players don't take their fights. They take advantage fights. Off angles. Off angles are unexpected positions. Instead of holding the common spot, you stand somewhere slightly different. That makes the enemy pre-aim the wrong place. But here's the rule. Always have an escape plan, and don't overstay. Off angles work once, maybe twice. After that, they will pre-aim you. Get your kill, reposition, stay unpredictable. Use maximum strafe speed. Do not hold W plus A or W plus D while fighting. Forward movement kills your accuracy. Strafe left and right only. Also, don't be predictable. If you always speak the same way, you're easy to read. And after every engagement, run back for cover. Never stand in the open admiring your kill. Shoot, reset to the position. Here's the practice routine. Before rank, warm up properly. Play 1 to 2 death matches, but don't mindlessly shoot. Focus on Deadzone timing, counter-strafing, crosshair placement. Take controlled fights. Practice your mechanics. Warm up your rhythm. That's how you climb. If you implement even 50% of this, you will rank up. Silver player focus on aim only. Immortal players master movement, timing, positioning, and intention. Movement equals aim. Aim equals movement. Train smart. Play disciplined. Win more duels.